For the last 42 days, I followed a perfect system, or so I thought. I laid out a rigid 3x1 content strategy. 3 reels, 1 YouTube video every single week. And I didn't miss a single post. By the end of it, I'd never felt more like a fraud. The blueprint I created for freedom had actually become a cage. And today I'm tearing it apart. This video isn't complaining about being a creator. I love it. This is a public debrief, a transparent look at what happens when the plan you make on paper collides with the reality of who you are. For the last 6 weeks, I ran an experiment on myself, and the results weren't exactly what I had expected. This video is about what I've learned, why I'm making massive shifts in my entire strategy, and why the most successful systems can sometimes be the most dangerous. So, if you've ever felt trapped by your own ambition, this one's for you. My plan was solid. The 3x1 content strategy is what I dubbed it. Every Tuesday, a reel would come out to build curiosity. Friday, another reel would drop along with the main YouTube video. Then Sunday, another reel to drive traffic back to the YouTube video. 20 tweets a week, 3 LinkedIn posts. It was disciplined, systematic. The business manager in me absolutely loved it. And for the first few weeks, it worked, and it fundamentally still does. I was absolutely shipping work. I was finally doing the thing I'd always been talking about. But then this other occurrence began to happen, this strange vacuum. My phone started to feel heavy. I felt this constant magnetic pull to check the numbers on the latest post. And if a video didn't perform well, I'd feel this sting of disappointment. And what did I do? I'd escape by scrolling on the platforms for ideas, which was really just another way of running away from the feeling that I wasn't good enough. I knew what was happening, and because of that, I set screen time limits to block myself off Instagram because I was getting trapped in a cycle. Post, check, feel disappointed, scroll to numb it, repeat. The content started to feel hollow. I was speaking like an authority, a guru, but I was in the trenches, feeling just as lost as anyone else. I was making content that doesn't make sense for where I'm at. The breaking point came last week. I was scrolling, for ideas and to numb my mind. And I saw this post from another creator. It wasn't flashy. The edits were simple, but the value in it just hit me. It made my brain spin. It was honest, it was generous, it was real. And that's when I realized my perfect system was a cage. I wasn't serving the audience. I was serving my own preset ideas. I wasn't building a community. I was chasing metrics that I had defined, and I was burning myself out in the process. So I spent last week tearing everything down to the foundations. And it comes down to 3 major shifts. First, I'm rejecting the guru model. Look, I'm not him. I'm not there yet. The whole authority figure thing, that's just not me yet. I haven't put in the hours to be him. My real value isn't in having answers. It's in documenting the process of me finding them. Like you, I'm ambitious, I'm young, and I'm trying to build something, a business, a brand, a life. So from now on, that's what you're going to see. The journey. It's the real artist's sketchbook, like the whole idea of that. For too long, creators have only shown the final polished painting. And I'm honestly more interested in my messy sketchbook. It's not perfect, and as I figure it out, things will slowly become better. But in lieu of all of that, I'm narrowing my focus down to 4 pillars. The discipline of the journey, the fueling of myself as the founder, building the agency, and all my honest AI experiments. Second of all, the blueprint has to be secondary to the mission. The Apollo 13 crew had a perfect plan to get to the moon and back. Then, as it always does, something went wrong. An oxygen tank exploded, and that initial blueprint was completely useless. Their genius wasn't in the initial plan. It was in the real-time, messy, brilliant iteration to get home. My 3x1 content strategy was the launch plan. It got me off the ground, but now the real mission has begun. And it's going to require flexibility, not rigidity. That's why I'm making practical changes. I'm simplifying my edits. I want the focus to be on the story and the value, just like that other creator, not flashy jump cuts designed to hijack people's psychology. As part of that, I'm also, and this is sort of second to it, I'm switching from using ChatGPT as my assistant to Gemini for the next 6 weeks, just to see how everything formulates out. And already I can see a difference. I'll be documenting that as well. Third, and this is the most important one, I'm choosing authenticity over consistency. The old system forced consistency, but it became inauthentic. Authenticity is the daily practice of letting go of who we think we're supposed to be and embracing who we actually are. That's my new strategy, summed up. More stories, more of the real-time struggle, more of the work behind the scenes at the clinic and building my agency. Because the stats don't lie. Creator burnout is actually an epidemic. Precisely because we're all chasing a machine that demands performance over humanity. And I'm choosing the humanity element. So when I said my blueprint was a cage, this is what I meant. It gave me the bars to build with, the foundations, the structure, but it also became a prison. The plan got me started, and I'm infinitely grateful for that. But as the psychologist Adam Grant says, progress is often knowing when to rethink your direction. So this is me rethinking. The real work isn't about finding the perfect, unbreakable system. It's about building a practice that's flexible enough to evolve as I evolve. A system that serves me, not the other way around. So here's the question I'm going to leave you with. What blueprints are you following? What systems are you serving that are no longer serving you? If this is a journey you're on to, I'm glad you're here, honestly. This is day 1 of my new plan. Let's consider it season 2.